This'll be a short one. I'm a brain-rotted Commander player. I've tried all the other formats, and I can certainly appreciate them, but from a distance. I actually watch all the standard and modern tournaments when they're on, and I really enjoy them. But if it comes to playing, none of the other formats speak to me in the same way that Commander does. It's mostly just multiplayer Magic that I enjoy so much. And for the most part, I'm perfectly fine with that. But there's one part of Magic that I really feel like I'm missing out on, and that's Limited. I think both Sealed and Draft are very cool in concept, and I actually really enjoy the act of drafting. It's so social, and you're passing packs around, sitting at the same table. It's just cool. It is really cool to draft. But then I have to play 1 versus 1 with a bunch of synergy-less free freeze, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. This is not meant to be an attack on Limited. I think you're incredibly blessed if you enjoy Limited, because drafting is so cool. But I'm cursed, and I don't like playing with the decks after I've built them. I've done a Commander draft before, and that was pretty fun, but I still would have rather played a regular game. So all I'm left to do with booster packs is to gamelessly, wastefully open them, and that kind of sucks. A little while ago, a friend of mine bought a Strixhaven booster box, and he asked if we wanted to draft with him. I said no, because, well, I don't like drafting, but it actually surprised me a little that he was asking at all, because he's not really a draft player either. So I returned a different question. Do you actually want to draft? Or do you just want to open the booster packs together? And turns out it was the second. He was just looking for a collaborative way of cracking boosters, turning it into something we do together. So I thought about it for a moment, and then I had an idea. Let me introduce y'all to Booster Tutor Commander. Now, the rules I'm about to tell you aren't what I came up with in that exact moment. Rather, they are what we have arrived at after playing it a whole bunch of times and slowly adjusting the rules to our liking. To play Booster Tutor Commander, you're going to need 2 booster packs per person. You can of course do more, but we have found that 2 ends up working out really well. That's just about enough for you to be able to open them per game without it feeling wasteful or a burden. Then start a regular Bracket 2 or Bracket 3 Commander game. Bracket 2 is better. Booster Tutor Commander works best in slower matches, so you have some time to actually play the cards. During the game, at any time, players may take a special action to pay 2 mana to open one of their booster packs. We like to do this together, visibly show all the cards that we're opening in the middle of the table, to share the joy of opening the pack. Then that player may choose 1 card and 1 land from that pack to put into their hand. They may play those cards as normal for the rest of the game, paying their regular mana costs as normal. You could modify the game here to make it so that mana of any color can be spent to cast Booster Tutor spells, but I enjoy the challenge of needing to assemble the right colors of mana with the lands out of the booster packs. Most sets tend to have a good chunk of color fixing in them. So far, I've always been able to cast the spells I wanted to, but do whatever you find most enjoyable. After the player has chosen their cards, they set aside the rest of the booster as their sealed pile. Going forward, when that player chooses to pay the 2 mana to Booster Tutor again, they open their second booster pack, choose another land and card, and put them into their hand. The rest of the second pack is then also placed into their sealed pile. Since our player now doesn't have any booster packs left, you might think the game is over. And honestly, you could play it this way, we did for a long time, but then we added a little something which ended up being a lot of fun. Even after they've already opened both packs, players can still pay 2 mana to Booster Tutor, but now they always search their already existing sealed pile. This means you can actually do some really consequential long-term planning and aren't just forced to simply pick the strongest card out of each pack. You can pick removal for the moment and leave the bomb for later, or, the other way around. And it also makes planning your mana really interesting. This is why I prefer having to pay the proper mana costs rather than just allowing any kind to be spent. We've had players assemble game-winning combos by long-term strategizing their sealed pile, which I think is cool as hell. Booster Tutor Commander can be surprisingly strategic. But that's not the main point of it. The main goal is to give us filthy Commander players something memorable to do with our booster packs. In our very first game of Boosted Tutor Commander, back with that Strixhaven box, I opened the Mathemagics. The instant I saw that card, I knew what my plan for that game was. I was playing my mill deck, which already has a range of surprising win cons. And so, in that match, I milled one player out, burned one other with Eldritch Pact, and then finished it all by making the owner of the Mathemagics draw 128 cards. Great fun, I really enjoyed that. Commander is a social game. The whole point of it is to tickle that part of the brain that gets happy when you touch grass with other people. And the great thing about a physical game like this is that you can just change the rules of it anytime you want. You got only 30 minutes before the store closes? Play with 20 life. Your playgroup doesn't enjoy playing against a specific type of card? Just don't put it into your decks. You got some extra booster packs lying around? Spice up the next round of Commander by adding a Booster Tutor button. Because just like anything in Magic, cracking boosters is the most fun when you do it together. A very short video about a very small topic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to support me on Patreon. I would definitely appreciate that. And I just kind of wanted to make this video because I wanted to share something cool that we cooked up. And I don't really know how to fit it into any other video. So here it is. Have fun. Goodbye.